Mad Miles Club founder, Cornell Jones. Listen, man, this is something I've been hearing about it for a long time. I've been watching it, from afar. Finally got a chance to come. Great experience, man. Just walk us through the journey that led you to just start it.
Man, Mad Miles started originally from me doing a mile a day, right? Just trying to get back active in 2019. I ran track all through high school and at college at Winston-Salem State University. And throughout my 20s, I was active. Towards my later 20s, I started getting a little lazy, right? I was like, I'm good. I don't need to get up and get active. But I started in 2019. Some of my friends challenged me. I started on a mile a day. They joined me for a week, a month at a time. And at the end of the year, I had like 30 or 40 people doing it with me. Entering into 2022, the pandemic hit. So I decided we needed something to do together. So then I started Mad Miles Run Club, and we just started to challenge each other every single Tuesday, and it grew into this.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, obviously the running part, we'll get to that in a second, but just obviously the big part is the community. What led you, I mean, obviously, what was the evolution of it? Did it kind of always start as that? Talk
Yeah, so we started off with 5 people. Like, that was the start. I said we had about 40 to 50 online, but then when we started in-person runs, we only had 5. And I like to, again, I'll credit Winston-Salem State University with everything, because that's where I learned how to be personable. That's where I learned how to be, like, kind of cultivate family from different people coming from all over different places. So anybody who comes to Mad Miles feels at home. I don't care if it's your first time or your 10th time. You're gonna feel like you're right at home. You're gonna dance with us. We're gonna teach you the dances right here when you get out here, and you're gonna have a good time. So that's where it started. The family atmosphere, our volunteers are amazing. It's not just me. I like to tell people all the time, I started it and everybody else took it, and they just made it into what it is. And I'm just here to make sure I don't mess anything up, cultivate it, curate it, and make it a good time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Obviously, you kind of started with the personal thing, but and then morphed into what it is. But when you think about black people and running, usually if we're running, we're either, we're running for athletic purposes for someone else, or, it's usually a negative connotation. To have this group of folks, especially young black and brown, and all races, but just to have a place where they can run in community, how great it feels to see that all come to fruition.
Yeah, and I think so. A lot of people take for granted the team aspect, right? Middle school, high school, most people are on a team. But once we get older, we're not on a team anymore, right? We don't know what that feels like to come out, to have somebody encourage you, to push you. And I wanted to create that, right? And so every single week on Tuesday and Saturday, if you come to Mad Miles, you got people cheering you on that will help you get your goals, reach your goals. And then we have races as well that we do around the Crown 10K, the Charlotte Marathon. So we go out to those places and we represent our community. There's not a lot of African Americans out there at all, but that's something that I want Mad Miles to do. I want us to go out there and change that perception a little bit, and then have that community as well, so you feel like you have a whole team behind you. When you step to the line, it's not just you, it's the Mad Miles on your chest, and it's the 500 people that come out here every single Tuesday that's right behind you.
What's next in the future for Mad Miles?
Yeah, the growth has been organic. As I mentioned, 5 to 500. That's kind of like what I like to say in my head. Today we probably had 600, 650 out here, but it's natural. A friend is telling a friend, and people are coming out. And the next steps are, of course, we're gonna do some pop-up runs in different cities. As I mentioned, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Atlanta, DC. There are a lot of great black run clubs, African-American led run clubs around the country, and we wanna make sure that we commune with them, right? It's not just about Charlotte. We come from different places. I'm originally from Manassas, Virginia, outside of DC, and I just recently ran with District Running Collective in DC. And the founder of that is Matt Green. He's an A&T alum. And so we connected basically on A&T and Winston. And there's so many different connections all over the place. We want to get out to California, do some partner runs. And then we also want to have our runners compete in the Boston Marathon, the New York Marathon, the Paris Marathon. We want to just show our runners there's more to it than just, a quick Tuesday and Saturday, which is amazing. But we want to have that growth past that as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you talk about the near future, we've got the Duke's Mayo Classic that'll be coming up in Charlotte. Those other 2 schools from North Carolina, the ones that are in D1, they're going to be competing. But talk about what you guys got going on this next weekend.
Yeah, so Saturday, September 3rd, we have partnered with the Charlotte Sports Foundation and the Ag Eagle Classic. It's going to be amazing. We're starting off with an HBCU run at 10 o'clock a.m. in advance of the Around the Crown 10K symposium. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to have people out here representing their colleges. We're going to have some bands out here. We're going to have some cheerleaders out here. And when I tell you it's just going to be a Saturday run times 10, you need to pull up. If you didn't go to HBCU, that's fine. Represent your favorite one, and we're going to have a good time.
Right, so just so y'all know, look, Aggies and Eagles, when y'all are running, your run is being By Ram. Anyway.
Listen, Ram led.
But lastly, I know you had also school starting back. You guys, you talk about community. You guys had the the giveaways for the students.
Yep.
And also Marcellus and doing his thing too as well. Just talk about that part of what you guys do as well.
Yeah, and like as we mentioned earlier, community. It's not just our community; it's the younger community that's coming out. That's one thing I love about Mad Miles. You can come out here and see kids in strollers. You can see a 3-year-old just learning how to kind of run, get out active. 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40, 50, 60. It's all over the place, and that community. We have to help each other, right? We have to help whenever we're doing whatever. So it's the back to school. It's the with Big Wave family packing lunches for the homeless, collecting socks during the winter. We're doing all of that. We want to make sure that our community is giving back just as much as we're taking from the community. Because again, we're here at Camp North and we run around. People are honking at us. They're saying what's up, encouraging us. So we want to give back to that same community that's welcomed us so well.